For today's intro, I'm going to see if I can complete it before this cactus kills me, so please subscribe as we're getting really close to 3 million. This is another episode of Empires, and oh my gosh, I'm only on 2 hearts, I'm going to die. Please watch. Welcome back to the Empires SMP. I'm your host of the Mazalian Kingdom, Smallishbeans. This is my goat, Butty, and today we're going to improve our empire once more. And speaking of improvements, last time we got working on the interior of our base. We've got old Jeeves down here, who we definitely need to get some friends. But I've been busy, as you can see here, doing a bit of sorting, so we've got everything nicely in these chests now. As you can see, it's not automated, but it is organized, and we're going to try and keep it that way as we don't want to get overwhelmed. And it also means the tent is kind of useless now. It's kind of sad, really, when you look at it over there looking all pretty, but it did as well the time we had with it. Also, I have currently some regular old diamond boots, as my previous ones broke as I was helping Lizzie the other day with her villagers, and I kept getting hit. What is he doing?
Oh my god.
He's having a little lie down.
Ew, he's possessed. I hate it.
I love it. He's my best friend. He's swimming backwards.
He's swimming. He's a fish person.
But that means we can do some enchanting. I love doing enchanting, me. What do I get? Yeah, protection free. Okay. Those are going to break as well. So are these legs. We need to get some mending ASAP. But every empire right now is exporting something, whether it's Lizzie with her prismarine, Pixel with his honeycombs, and Jimmy with his cod heads. I don't know what Jimmy really does, to be honest. And I feel like we need something to export. And I thought, what could I export, eh? What have we got lots of? What are we constantly surrounded by? And that's right. Cactus. No, just kidding. Actually, we're going to be exporting terracotta, because terracotta without a mesa is quite hard to get. You have to go dig up that clay, smelt it. Boring. But I don't want to just go around handing out terracotta. Oh, no, no. I want to create a little method of exporting this terracotta to our fellow empires. And I was thinking, where could I advertise my terracotta shop? And this here is quite a nice point. Or if you're going by in a boat or flying by, this is very high up and would be a perfect place to advertise. So, what we're going to build today is our first shop. There's probably going to be more shops to come in the future, but this one is going to be our first export. And we're going to start out with just the basics of terracotta, the ones that we can get with ease, like orange and regular old terracotta, before moving on to all the different colours. And I've got a method in mind of how to transport this around. But first, we've got some grinding to do, and it's not just chopping down these trees, unfortunately. So I started out by making myself a nice diamond shovel, enchanting it to get efficiency 4, but that's it. And then I went and collected some red sand and writ pog in it, because I'm lame. And as you can see, we collected a decent amount of red sandstone. I put some on to smelt, and then I also put some in my chest as well. Then using some water, I headed over to my skeleton spawner, where I went down and collected a load of bones to use for bone meal, as I stretched out some dirt here, planted some acacia saplings and bone mealed them before going on a tree cutting rampage. Look at me chop them all down so quickly. And then I went and dyed some of my sheep magenta just for something I'm going to be working on later, and I got trimming them, and I'll be doing this throughout the video. I was also getting a little low on food, so I went and bred up some cows and then killed some cows and then put the beef on to smelt. Before heading away from my mesa and having myself a little adventure, I was looking for one thing in particular, and that was horses. No, I'm just kidding, it wasn't, but I did see some across the way, so of course I killed them to collect myself some horse heads. But this is what I was looking for, a gravelly mountain biome where I collected some gravel, as you can see here. I then headed home to put my horse head on its shelf, and then I went to see Lizzie. I heard you jump next door. That was so funny.
Do you like my new boat?
Yeah, very boat-like, very pretty.
Thank you. Do you want to come aboard the soul ship?
Sure. Oh, my boat.
Permission to come aboard. Ah! Hello. Now, do these villagers have good trades for you?
No, just for you.
They're loyal to the Ocean Kingdom only.
I'm going to kill that trident zombie and get his trident.
Wait, no, I want it.
I've got looting. Let me. I've got looting free.
Oh,
did you drop
I didn't
one?
get one. No.
I'll kill you for your trident.
No, I don't have a trident, please.
Okay. Bye-bye. I'm going to the desert.
Okay, bye.
And I did head to the desert where I collected myself some cacti as well as some sand. And then on the way back, I noticed one of Lizzie's villagers just here in the ocean. So of course I stuck him in my boat and returned him to her. Found a deserter.
What's that?
He was
Where'd you
wandering
get
by an
them?
island. It's nearby. I thought I'd bring him back.
Oh,
I'll put him on the
he thought he
island.
could get away.
Aye, he can't.
Oh, look at him sparkling. He's so happy to be home.
Welcome back, fella. That'll be 5 diamonds, please.
I'll give you 5 emeralds.
Okay. Shower me. Please shower me more.
What?
Okay, that'll do. Thank you. Bye. I then headed back to the mesa to collect some dye, as well as the green dye, to make some green concrete powder and some magenta concrete powder, which I then turned into magenta and green concrete, of course. And as you can see, I had a few things gathering in the chest, but I also noticed I had an extra horse head, so I went and displayed that in my horse head room once more. Then gathered some other things from the chests in our base, which we are going to need, as well as making some more terracotta, magenta, lime, and green, of course. Well, well, well. I think it's time we almost got building. Look at all these materials we gathered. I'm hoping it's enough, albeit I'm not sure. But I guess it's time for a cheeky Mazalian time lapse. Well, 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 this build is very much similar style to the other ones. However, it is slightly different as it's got this section on it which doesn't have a roof. And you'll see later why that is. But you can see here the building is a decent size, lots of space for storing terracotta in it, which is the whole purpose of the building, as well as to look pretty and to be like, look, I sell terracotta here, although it doesn't really give off that vibe. Not yet, at least. You'll see in a little bit we're going to improve on that. But here you go. It's actually quite a big build, isn't it? Did take me about an hour and a half to complete, so that does make sense. But we've got a load of space inside, and we're going to make full use out of this. But we need a name for our business, a catchy one at that. So I've come up with the best name I can think of, and that is Joel's Mazalian Terracotta. Did you really think that someone who created a whole religion over the name Jeremy was going to have a good name for his terracotta business? Now, I've already got the T here. This is what this is, for terracotta. But I wanted to actually make a little sign. And when I say little, I want it to stand out so people can see it from afar. Right here, and make it look nice so we bring in some customers. Lovely, look at that. JMT, Joel's Mazalian Terracotta. You love to see it. And like usual, I'm doing everything to put off building the interior. So earlier, I mentioned how we're going to transport this around, and as you can see behind me, we've got an array of colours around us. And that reminded me of those like pictures of all the hot air balloons in Turkey. And I thought, maybe I could transport around my terracotta in balloons, which is what all this wool is for. So I'm going to build 2 balloons right now, one for smaller orders and one for larger orders. So I made some really simple designs so that I could rebuild them with ease when I do make them. But these 2 here will probably stay forever, as I just think they look quite cool next to our build here. And also, we've got some of our Mazalian banners on the side of them. Let me show you the other one. Oh, it's a bit high out the way. There you go. Look at that. I think that looks really cool. And they're all carrying some barrels, which will be filled with terracotta when they arrive at the other empire. But I've not just been building balloons. I've also been busy. Oh, my legs have gone. That happened whilst I was collecting some terracotta. If you look in this time lapse here, oh, look at all that being collected. I had to take a break though, and that was of course to fix my tools before heading back and mining a load more of terracotta until we had 2 full inventories full and a shulker box as well each time. And here is the results. We've got 1 full double chest and this as well. Very nice indeed. Ready to be stocked up inside here. But quickly, let's make some more diamond leggings and enchant them too with some fire protection. Ooh, let's actually try again as that is quite terrible. Fire protection 4. Well, that's going to have to do. And speaking of our enchanting points, I'm actually just going to go get rid of them all, as I need some more of my lovely head here. So now I have to do this over and over, which honestly takes quite a long time. I forgot to set my spawn. Oof, thank goodness for that. That would have been bad. There we go. Lovely. And luckily no one's online to question what I'm doing. I should have really enchanted myself a better bow. And there you go. 10 of my beautiful face. It does look quite funny. doesn't it? In comparison to this. Now, there's a reason I wanted to collect 10 of my skulls, and it's not to put on villager heads this time. Instead, you may have seen Lizzie messing around with this a bit, but we have the armor stand data pack on, and I haven't had a chance to play around with it yet. But we are definitely going to in our interior here. And I've come up with a bit of a design, and we're going to have a few of my Mazzalian helpers around as well. But first, I need to go collect myself some more spruce wood. I've got a few other things gathered as well here. I'm going to get the basics bits down first before we work on these armor stands. So let's see if we can time-lapse it. It might be a bit tricky as it always is with interiors, but I'll give it my best shot. Take it away. Me. So on the inside, I decided to add in a massive balloon like we were planning to launch it in the future. As you can see here, we got the big crate on the bottom which would store the terracotta, and we got like a floppy balloon on top. But now it's time to finally use the armor stand mod. I've put these 2 tripwire hooks here because Lizzie showed me this. Let me see if I can do it. We get this statue's buck here, and we've given it some arms, which we then can give it a pickaxe. And then I believe there's a button here, tool rack, and look at that. It sort of automatically goes up in there and looks really cool. So I'm going to do that again. And we've got a couple of hanging pickaxes there. Very, very nice. But I also want to use it to make some workers. So let us make some leather armor, like so. We can put them in the Mazzalian colors. Very nice. Give them some terracotta to hold. Oh, like so. He's got both in his hands. And then we can, like, do these things. Looks like he's putting them away in there, but that's a bit too far away. So instead, let's make it look like this guy is walking in, like so. Very cool. And we can add a few more in as well. And let's see if we can get a whole team of workers in here. All right, here we go. The clones are hard at work. Look at these fellas. We've got one working over here with some terracotta blocks. This guy's loading the crate. And we've also got some blocks up on the shelf up here, which I'll probably add more in the future. It's just they're really, really fiddly to do. And I need to just have some practice with this data pack a bit. And there's actually one other guy as well. One more clone guiding in the hot air balloon here. Look at that. I love that. I think that looks so cool. And why have I chosen clones? Well, because I'm the best, and that is why. Just kidding. But outside, I've also been busy doing this. And I'm not sure if I like having loads of these plants here, so I might remove quite a few of them as I was just bone milling the coarse dirt that was here before. But I might play around with this a little bit more and try and get it looking a bit more cleaner. Maybe add some flowers and stuff. There we go. That's looking a lot better. A bit more colourful. I think it definitely needs some trees, but I'm not going to add any just yet, as I just don't have enough iron to make shears at the moment to collect the amount of leaves I would need. But we've actually had our first order from Gemini Tay. So let's fly a balloon over to her area. Whew, that was a long flight. I forgot the terracotta the first time, but there you go. We've arrived. And as you can see in the chest here, we've got 9 stacks of terracotta. And thanks for using JMT's delivery service. And Gem said she'll give me some amethyst for this, so let's hope she gives me a nice amount. But honestly, I think terracotta's easier to get. But look at that. I think that looks so cool. Oh, anyway, let's head home. And by the way, at the moment, heading home is about 15 minutes. I desperately need some elytra. So there you have it. The JMT is now open for business. Let's hope business will be good, as I feel like terracotta's a pretty good first business to have. Look at all these handsome boys hard at work. Oh, I hope they keep hard at work when I'm away. Thank you for watching. Next time, we're going to be working on this. Our armor's getting kind of low. We need to get some trading done with some villagers. So that's going to be an interesting process. Also, let me know if you think I should add some more balloons just floating around the kingdom. I think it could look rather cool. But anyway, thanks so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. I'll see you another time. Goodbye.